Hey, it's Ray, and today we are going to look at some video game controllers. As you can see, we are classically trained, and that means we are going to start with my most classic controller. True to form, we've got the Nintendo Entertainment System controller. It is like the most classic rectangular brick shape of controller, not very well conformed for comfort, but it's got all you need. We have directional buttons and our A and B buttons. You've got start, very important, and select, also very important. You might find that in these older Nintendo controllers, those two buttons are maybe the most worn out. So, in gameplay, it's usually a direction and a button. In ASMR, it's whatever you want it to be. So from our beautiful rectangular model, it brings us to our next Nintendo controller. As you can see, the shape is very similar, but the super thing about this one is that now we've got rounded edges. So let's switch out, but we will make sure that we take good care of the controllers and gently wind them up after. We've got 10 different controllers here today, and half of them still have cords, I do believe. I'll try not to get things too tangled here. So this is probably like the most nostalgic controller of my childhood. While I am still classically trained, I think my most favorite games were on this controller. I love. So still have our directional pad, just the same, but now there are left and right buttons on the top. From there we still have A and B, but also X and Y in a fantastic purple shade instead of the classic red. We still do have our start and select buttons. So much more comfortable a controller and a lot more options already. Let us continue on our Nintendo theme here once more. Our next controller is not a Nintendo original. Wait, I take it back. I had to include this, I had to, if you know from our Super Nintendo phase, and this one has really good click sounds in a little ball, because it is the mouse for Super Nintendo. There is only one game this is used for. If you know that game, if you played that game in your childhood, you are awesome. I chose this because it is the golden controller, very appropriate for the Golden Gun game. 007, if you don't know. It's not a Nintendo original, it is a newer model, and there's so much joystick life left in it. It's crazy. All the joysticks I'm used to for N64 is just like, it just flaps around lifelessly. So this is a new thing for Nintendo. We have a joystick, only a start button. Select would be by our other buttons. We've just got A and B, D-pad. It sometimes can be similar functions to your directional pad. Still have our left and right. But now we have a Z or a Z button, depending on who you are, I think. But yeah, classic. The best sounds, and I'm in favor of the crisscross pattern when you are wanting to record in one of these. Let us jump over, continuing on a Nintendo theme. We have the Game Boy, oh my god, the GameCube controller. This really didn't make it into my childhood. This is my husband's. This has a lot of nostalgia for him, I think the same way that probably the N64 and Super Nintendo do for me. So let's have a look. Because I didn't grow up playing GameCube, you'll find that I'm really picky about the next few controllers. So this one, we still have a directional pad. We have one joystick down here and one up here. So quite different than our N64, which had centrally. Turbo, clear, start, A and B, X and Y. So we've kind of got our 4 buttons again. Very differently placed buttons, I will say. And no button on the back. So yeah, this one just threw me off because after I moved up from Super Nintendo and N64, we started playing PlayStation, so having my joysticks so far apart throws me off. So let's move on to PlayStation, and I can show you what I find more comfortable. So we next had a PS2 in my childhood. So what I love is the symmetry of this. Our joysticks are right beside each other in a natural place where your thumbs would go. In this different video game console group, we have similar findings. We still have our directional pad over here. Instead of A, B, X, Y, we've got colors and figures. Triangle, circle, X, square. It is important in some games to know which is where. You get used to it really fast. We've got, again, our lovely, grippy, symmetrical joysticks that make really good sounds. This might be my favorite. And we have, instead of just the one left and right buttons, we have two sets. Have you ever done this in any games? We have just like button mash. I found this is faster than that for me. I don't think there's many games where you're like button mash, and I guess we consider these like L3, so L1, L2, R1, R2, L3, R3. I love this, very ergonomic. I really enjoy these symmetrical buttons. So very similar. We're going to move on to the PS4 controller. You'll see that they nailed it style-wise. They really didn't need to change a lot after that point. So PlayStation 4 controller. Just additional buttons up here. They do have this touchscreen pad that I did not realize was a touchscreen for a long time until I was like interrupting the game. We still have this same orientation of our option buttons. We still have directional buttons on the side. And my favorite, we still have our lovely symmetrical. See, it's just so ready to go, right? I love the PlayStation controller. I think this is where Nintendo should have gone, and they didn't. They had to be original. But it's very ergonomic for the hands. You're ready to go. You're ready to fight. We still have left and right. These ones are a bit more like levers now. Beautiful. Beautiful. Xbox did the same thing as Nintendo, I find. So they've got one joystick up top, one lower. Directional pad, same thing. Xbox button, start, back, and they have the same X, Y, A, B. Different color choices. I was just curious how it would compare to, yeah, and then it's totally different except for, again, like the locations of the joysticks from the GameCube controller. So, and like the I'm sorry, they are fun to play with, I have to say, but like the I can't even do this. Like the PlayStation controller, we have right and left, two, but instead of R1, R2, it's called RB and RT, LB and LT. I don't know what those stands for. Again, GameCube and Xbox were not my fortes. But it's not that it's out of the way, and you can depress the joysticks in this one too. And jumping back, let's just compare. So this is a new Switch controller, just one that actually has a cord. So very similar design here. We still have, except for their X and Y are in a different spot, and A and B are reversed. So compared, still those joysticks in the same location. So I'm sure some people are like grew up with this and are very used to it. It still throws me off. I think my directional pad should be up and to the left. My joystick should be in the same spot. So we've got the two buttons up top. We've got I still love that you can depress these. These are things you can do when you're waiting for your turn to play. You're bored, just or, if you don't want to mess with our game, you just tap your joysticks all over the place, or you like shadow play so you don't realize you're actually interfering with their game. So that brings us back to the actual traditional Switch controller. So the whole idea with the Switch is that you can switch it out and you can play them as separate pieces if you want. We've got the little things that you select them into, but you don't necessarily need to do all that. Still throws me off. I'm still getting used to these, and I should be well aware of how to use these things by now. Oh my god, watch me struggle. Okay. So, I just have like a little mini version of nice little buttons. Plus, minus, home, directional keypad. I still have everything's just a little smaller on this one. You can still depress the buttons. Can I hear the springs so well in there? Here is the bundle of controllers. Let's see. All of our nice cordless controllers. Got a whole pile. And then all the ones with the cords I won't bring up again because I'll probably make a mess. When it comes down to it, just to play around with them for sound, I think PlayStation wins. So beautiful and symmetrical. Alright. Thanks for watching this random video that was supposed to be about buttons, but then turned into my opinion about controllers. If you'd rather watch a video like this with no talking, let me know. I have lots of controllers, and I could definitely do it again without my rambling